You need to hear this if you're a seeker of wisdom. Welcome to Thrive Nuggets. Life is a journey we all take. We begin as youthful travelers, eager to explore the unknown landscapes that lie ahead. We chase butterflies and dreams with equal fervor. The world feels new, each experience a vibrant splash of color on the canvas of our lives. But as we journey, the seasons change. The bright hues of youth soften into the richer, deeper tones of experience. We gather stories like souvenirs. Some are tales of triumph, others whisper of lessons learned. These stories, etched into the lines on our faces and the silver in our hair, become our most precious possessions. They are the hard-won wisdom of a life lived, and they hold within them a power that few things can match. Imagine for a moment a path through a forest. It's a path well-traveled, worn smooth by the countless footsteps that have passed before you. These are the footsteps of those who have come before us, the generations who have navigated the joys and sorrows, the triumphs and heartbreaks of life. Each twist and turn, each obstacle overcome, has left its mark. They have known love and loss, joy and sorrow, hope and despair. Their wisdom is not found in textbooks or lectures. It is woven into the fabric of their being, a tapestry of experience that can guide us on our own journeys. There is a bridge between generations, a bridge built of shared stories and heartfelt advice. It's a bridge that can connect us to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Too often, we allow this bridge to fall into disrepair. We dismiss the wisdom of our elders as outdated or irrelevant, failing to see the timeless truths it holds. But when we take the time to listen, to truly hear the stories and advice of those who have come before us, we tap into a wellspring of wisdom that can transform our lives. We gain perspective, understanding, and a sense of connection to something far greater than ourselves. The wisdom of older generations is a gift, a roadmap for navigating the complexities of life. The wisdom of our elders speaks a language that transcends the ever-shifting sands of trends and technology. It whispers in the rustling leaves of time, in the gentle cadence of a well-told story, in the knowing twinkle of eyes that have witnessed the ebb and flow of life's tides. It's a language that requires us to slow down, to quiet the noise of our modern world, and to truly listen with open hearts and minds. We live in a world obsessed with youth, a world that often equates age with obsolescence. But in our relentless pursuit of the next big thing, we risk losing sight of the enduring truths that have guided humanity for generations. The wisdom of our elders is a counterpoint to this frenetic pace. It teaches us that the greatest adventures are often found not in chasing the extraordinary, but in embracing the simple joys of human connection, gratitude, and living in harmony with the natural world. It's easy to fall into the trap of believing that the experiences of older generations have no relevance to our modern lives. We tell ourselves that the world has changed too much, that their advice is outdated, that their values are no longer applicable in our fast-paced, technology-driven society. But this is a dangerous misconception, one that robs us of the invaluable insights and guidance that our elders have to offer. While it's true that the world has undergone significant transformations, the fundamental truths of the human experience remain constant. Love, loss, joy, sorrow, fear, hope. These are emotions that transcend time and connect us across generations. Their experiences, though shaped by a different era, hold valuable lessons for navigating the complexities of our modern world. Their stories are a tapestry of human experience, woven with threads of resilience, hope, and the enduring power of the human spirit. One of the greatest gifts that our elders offer is the gift of perspective. They have lived long enough to see beyond the immediacy of the moment, to understand that life is a journey with its share of peaks and valleys. They have learned that setbacks are inevitable but not insurmountable, that failures can be stepping stones to greater success, and that the true measure of a life well lived is not the absence of challenges, but the courage and resilience with which we face them. They understand that true happiness is not found in material possessions or external validation, but in cultivating meaningful relationships, pursuing our passions with purpose, and living in alignment with our values. Their wisdom reminds us to slow down, to savor the simple joys of life, to appreciate the beauty that surrounds us, and to live each day with intention and gratitude. We are a society obsessed with success. We celebrate achievement, often overlooking the winding path that led to it. We see the finish line, the trophy, the accolades, but we rarely pause to acknowledge the stumbles, the falls, the times we had to pick ourselves up and find the courage to keep going. But it's in those moments of perceived failure, those detours and wrong turns, that true learning takes place. It's when we stumble that we learn to find our footing. It's when we fall that we discover the strength to rise again. Our elders understand this. They know that mistakes are not failures, but opportunities for growth. In a world that often feels chaotic and uncertain, our elders offer the calming presence of perspective. They remind us that life is not a sprint, but a marathon, a journey meant to be savored, not rushed. They've learned that true fulfillment comes not from chasing quick fixes or instant gratification, but from embracing the slow and steady rhythm of a life well lived. They've seen trends come and go, witnessed the rise and fall of empires, and experienced firsthand the cyclical nature of life's joys and sorrows. Their wisdom teaches us to zoom out, to see beyond the immediacy of our current circumstances, and embrace the long view. It reminds us that even in the darkest of times, the sun will rise again, bringing with it the promise of new beginnings and the opportunity to write a new chapter in our stories. Patience. In our fast-paced, instant gratification world, it's a virtue that often feels lost. We want it all, and we want it now. We scroll through curated feeds, bombarded with images of seemingly perfect lives, and we wonder why our own journeys don't unfold with the same effortless ease. But our elders, with the wisdom of years etched into their smiles and the patience of seasons in their gaze, remind us that the most rewarding things in life, love, trust, success, rarely blossom overnight. They teach us that true fulfillment comes not from rushing toward the finish line, but from embracing the beauty of the journey. Each step a testament to our resilience, our determination, and our unwavering belief in the power of time.
I remember sitting on the worn wooden porch swing with my grandfather one warm summer evening. Fireflies blinked their silent greetings from the tall grass, and the air hummed with the rhythmic chirping of crickets. It was one of those timeless evenings, the kind that feels woven from the fabric of childhood memories. My grandfather, a man who wore his years with quiet dignity, had a way of listening that made you feel like you were the only person in the world. He wasn't one for giving unsolicited advice or lecturing. Instead, he listened with his heart, his eyes twinkling with understanding and a lifetime of unspoken stories. That evening, I was wrestling with a decision. My grandfather listened patiently, his gaze fixed on the fireflies as they danced their silent ballet in the twilight. When I finally ran out of words, he sat in silence for a moment, as if weighing my words against the wisdom of the ages he held within him. Then, he began to speak, not with grand pronouncements or declarations, but with the quiet authority of someone who had walked a long and winding road. He didn't tell me what to do. He didn't offer a solution on a silver platter. Instead, he told me a story. It was a story from his own life, a time when he had stood at a similar crossroads, faced with a choice that felt impossible to make. His words, spoken with such quiet conviction, resonated deep within me. They weren't instructions, but they were a guide. They didn't offer a map, but they illuminated the path ahead. In that moment, sitting beside my grandfather on that old porch swing, I realized that the greatest gift he could offer me wasn't a solution, but the wisdom to find my own. It wasn't about telling me what to do, it was about empowering me to make my own choices, to learn from my own experiences and to trust in the journey. His story, shared with such love and understanding, became a part of me that evening. As I reflect on that evening years later, I realize that my grandfather's story wasn't just about a choice he'd made. It was about the courage to embrace life's uncertainties, the wisdom to learn from our experiences, and the importance of passing down the lessons we've learned to those who follow in our footsteps. His words, spoken on a firefly-lit summer evening, continue to resonate within me, guiding me through life's twists and turns. They've become a part of my own story, a reminder of the enduring power of intergenerational connection and the transformative impact of shared wisdom. And as I share this story with you now, I realize that it's no longer just my grandfather's story, or even mine.
The world needs the stories of our elders. It needs their wisdom, their perspective, and their quiet strength. In a world that often feels fractured and uncertain, their voices offer a beacon of hope, a reminder that we are not alone in our struggles, our joys, and our search for meaning. Let us become listeners. Let us create spaces where the stories of older generations can be heard, honored, and passed down. Let us build bridges of understanding between generations, recognizing that the wisdom of those who have come before us is a gift we cannot afford to ignore.
As we've journeyed together through these reflections, we've uncovered a profound truth. The wisdom of older generations is a treasure trove of experience, insight, and guidance, waiting to be discovered and embraced. It's a symphony of stories, each note resonating with the echoes of lives well lived, of lessons learned, and of love shared across generations. Think of a weathered hand, its lines telling a story of seasons weathered, of joys held, and of sorrows overcome. These hands, marked by time, have held the weight of responsibility, the tenderness of love, and the quiet strength that comes from facing life's challenges with grace and dignity. They have held on to hope in the face of despair and found joy in the simplest of pleasures. Imagine a tapestry woven from threads of silver and gold, each thread representing a life lived, a lesson learned, a story shared. This tapestry, rich with the patina of time, tells a story far greater than any single thread could convey. It's a tapestry woven with threads of laughter and tears, of triumphs and heartbreaks, of dreams realized and hopes deferred. It's a testament to the enduring human spirit, to the beauty of a life lived in all its messy, imperfect glory. Each story, each thread in this magnificent tapestry, holds a piece of the collective wisdom of humanity. It's a wisdom born of experience, tempered by time, and offered as a gift to those who are willing to listen, to learn, and to carry its legacy forward.
The greatest gift we can give to those who have come before us is the gift of listening. It's the gift of acknowledging their stories, honoring their experiences, and recognizing the invaluable wisdom they have to offer. When we take the time to truly listen to our elders, we create a space for their voices to be heard, their stories to be told, and their wisdom to be passed down. We bridge the gap between generations, creating a tapestry of shared experience and understanding. We honor their legacies, not just through words, but through action, by carrying their wisdom forward in our own lives and sharing it with those who will come after us.
The wisdom of older generations is a timeless legacy, a gift that keeps on giving long after they are gone. It's a legacy woven into the fabric of our families, our communities, and our shared humanity. It's a legacy that lives on in the stories we tell, the lessons we teach, and the choices we make. Let us be worthy inheritors of this precious legacy, Let us embrace the wisdom of our elders, cherish their stories, and honor their lives by living our own with purpose, compassion, and a deep appreciation for the interconnectedness of all generations. For in honoring their past, we enrich our present and shape a future where the wisdom of experience continues to guide us, inspire us, and remind us that we are all part of something far greater than ourselves. If you found this wisdom valuable, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Let's continue to spread the timeless legacy of our elders.